What if one camera could shoot video, snap a photo, and print it right there on the spot? That's the pitch for the $410 Fujifilm Instax Evo Cinema. But does it actually deliver, or is it all just vibes? So the Instax Evo Cinema is Fuji's newest entry, and it's a 3-in-1. It shoots 15-second video clips, takes still photos, and prints right off the camera on Instax Mini Film, all in one body. The price is $410, which right away you're going to have a question about. We did too. But before we get into whether it's worth it, let's talk about what it actually is, because this camera is genuinely unlike anything else on the market right now. First thing you notice when you pick this up, it's beautiful, like properly turned heads in a cafe beautiful. Dark carbon gray finish, Cine-inspired green accents, machine dials that actually click satisfyingly when you turn them. Nothing about this feels cheap. There's a grip attachment on the bottom, and you're going to want it because the camera is wider than it looks in photos. It's housing a film printer inside the body, so it's got some bulk to it. This is not a pocket camera. It doesn't fit in your jeans. Plan accordingly. On the back is a tiny 170,000 dot screen, very low resolution. Honestly hard to use in bright sunlight. Fujifilm solution, a magnetic eyepiece that snaps on, magnifies the screens, and blocks the light. It's one of those little touches that actually works. Feels vignette, feels intentional. Up front, a 28mm equivalent f2.0 lens. Decently wide, decent light gathering, good for street shooting and travel. Around the lens is a dial to adjust the filter intensity. On the side, an on-off switch, a stills video toggle, and the star of the show, the era dial. Here's where things get interesting. This dial goes from 1930 all the way to 2020. Each decade applies a different film look to your photos and video clips. A 1940s filter, a 1970s Super 8 vibe, an 80s VHS aesthetic, 2000s home video, and so on. When it works, it genuinely works. The looks are good, especially in the older decades. The warmth and the grain and the color rendering create this nostalgic cinematic feel that you just can't replicate easily in post. One note, switching between decades takes a few seconds to load, sometimes longer than you'd want. Like if you're in the moment trying to capture something, that lag can cost you the shot. But when you're planning for your shot, the results are stunning. This is not a camera for fast, reactive shooting. It's a camera for slow, deliberate, and intentional moments. Let's be real about the specs. It's a 5 megapixel, 1/5 inch CMOS sensor shooting at 24 FPS. That's not a lot of resolution. You're not going to be blowing these up on a billboard. But, and this is important, you're probably not buying this camera to compete with your mirrorless. You're buying it for the look. And the look holds up really well on a phone screen, on Instagram, on TikTok, which is exactly where those 15-second clips are going to live anyway. Speaking of 15 seconds, that's your clip limit per shot, which again, for social content, that's honestly fine. For capturing longer travel moment, you'll need to think in clips. Quick pause. If you're new here, we test cameras specifically through the lens of travel, whether it actually fits into how we move and how we shoot on the road. So make sure you subscribe if that's your thing. We've got a lot more gear reviews and travel content coming. Okay, honesty time. Battery life. It's internal, not swappable, and it does not last all day. Charge it in the night before every single shoot, don't forget. The app. Fujifilm has an app to get your videos and photos wirelessly onto your phone. The connectivity works, but once you're in the app, getting clips into your camera roll is more complicated than it should be. It currently saves prints more reliably than raw clips. That needs to be fixed. Storage. The internal memory holds about 50 photos or 10 video clips. You'll need a micro SD card. Don't skip that purchase. Price $410. Plus Instax film packs, which aren't cheap. This is a premium toy. It's not pretending to be a workhorse, but you need to go in knowing that. Here's the honest answer to should you buy it. Yes, if you love the idea of capturing moments with style, not precision. If you travel and want something that starts conversations, creates memories you can actually hand to people, and produces content with a cinematic look straight out of camera. If you appreciate craftsmanship in a device, and if $410 is a reasonable spend for a specialty item in your kit. No, if you need all-day battery, high resolution, fast access to storage, or anything close to a primary travel camera. This is a companion camera, a vibe camera, a party camera. For us, we're keeping it in the bag, not as our main shooter, but as the one we pull out when we want a moment to feel like a moment. So does the Fujifilm Instax Evo Cinema fit in your travel life? Yeah, in its own weird 15-second film printing era filtered way, it absolutely does. Drop a comment. Would you bring this on your next trip?